Hello you beautiful, beautiful people. Today we're checking out Forza Horizon 4's newest car to be added to the roster, the Mazda Cosmo. We're checking out upgrades, customization and what it's like as a race car. So if you are new around here, definitely consider subscribing. We're on the push to 20,000 subscribers. A like rating would be much appreciated. Go check out the Mazda Cosmo. To add the Mazda Cosmo to your garage, you need to complete a season championship called Mazda's Guide to the Galaxy in the autumn season for Series 36. And here it is, the pretty wacky looking Mazda Cosmo, Horizon 4's newest car. We've got a 1.3 rotary engine up front. That means fuel, air and magic go in to produce 128 horsepower and 103 foot-pounds of torque. All of that goes through a 5-speed gearbox to the rear wheels. The good thing about this car though, it is quite light, 2,110 pounds. We're sitting in the middle of Class D, so there's plenty of room for some upgrades with this car. Now we've driven it plenty in Rivals already, so we pretty much know what it's like completely bone stock. But what I want to do is test it against driver tires completely bone stock. Then we're going to do a rally build, and then we're going to take it drifting, see what the Mazda Cosmo can do. But first of all, let's go do a race completely bone stock. Here we go. Unbeatable driver tires in the Mazda Cosmo. Now I already know this car does handle pretty well in its stock form. The only thing it lacks is speed. I mean, it's not too bad because it doesn't weigh too much, so it accelerates quite well, but top end speed isn't great. It does sort of struggle to get to 100. I mean, it is making short work of these driver tires right now. We're already up to 8th, about to take it up the inside of 7th. There we go, up into 7th place. So it's not too bad on the handling front. Nip round these two. That's a double overtake right there. Oh, the MG getting a little bit feisty. It's all good. I think the obvious thing to do with the Mazda Cosmo is to do a full race build, a full race car road build. I want to be a little bit different. I want to do a dirt racing build. I want to make a little bit of a rally car out of the Mazda Cosmo. Give it some lifted suspension. Give it the 4-rotor engine. I believe we can put that in this. If we can get a turbo rally in there, I might swap that in. See what we can do. But yeah, just make it a full-on rally car. I am actually struggling to catch first place due to the lack of speed in the Mazda Cosmo. Like I say, handling is absolutely fine. It's just the speed and the power. 128 horsepower isn't enough. We've got 103 foot-pounds of torque. Not a very good line through there, Skippy. What are you doing? With the finish line in sight, turns out we can't quite catch first place. So that's across the line. Second place for the bone stock Mazda Cosmo. Beaten by a whole 5 seconds by a Frog Eye Sprite. Let's build a full-on rally car then. Engine conversions first because we need to swap out this stock engine. 128 horsepower just isn't enough. So we can have a motorbike engine, 196 horsepower, turbo rally engine, 300 horsepower, or the 4-rotor racing engine. I'm going to save the 4-rotor for our drift build. We'll go ahead and fit the turbo rally, 300 horsepower, 333 foot-pounds of torque. As we are building a rally car, we'll switch it to 4-wheel drive. Plenty of tyre options for the Mazda Cosmo. Street compound, sport compound, race compound with the Horizon lettering, rally compound, which I'm pretty sure we're going to go with, drag compound, and then vintage race compound as well. But yeah, like I say, we're going to swap on the old rally tyres. Got to make them wider at the front, 235s. They are chunky boys on this car, and then wider at the rear as well, 245s, 10 millimeters wider at the rear. Track width on this car, and we've only got rear track width. There's nothing for the front, and it could definitely have it. It could definitely have some front track width in there. I'm not sure why we don't, but we'll go ahead and do the rear track width anyway. Make it a little bit meatier at the back. I've gone ahead and fitted race brakes and racing gearbox. Question is though, do we go race suspension? Oh my god, that drops it on the deck. That looks so cool. That looks so good in race suspension. Or do we go full on rally suspension? I'm thinking rally suspension. I don't want to bottom out too much with that race suspension. So yeah, we'll fit the rally. Weight reduction. The Mazda Cosmo is already quite light, 2,202 pounds. Race weight reduction takes off 317 pounds, bringing us down to 1,885 pounds. Okay, so some time has passed. I've had a little bit of play with all the upgrades. We are now just fully upgraded on the Mazda Cosmo. We're sitting near enough the top of S1890 on our rally build. 1,956 pounds in weight, 668 horsepower. This thing's going to be absolutely insane. 100,000 credits in upgrades. Here we go in our rally spec Mazda Cosmo. Unbeatable driver tires, 670 horsepower. The launch off the line, Jesus, 115 miles an hour into the first corner as we head up past Derwent Water. Mazda Cosmo making easy work of these driver tires as we nip up the inside. Nice, nice. Actually pretty good. It's pretty controllable, the amount of power it's got, and considering the lightness. This is probably annoying the hell out of the purists, of the fact I've ripped out the rotary engine and stuck in a turbo rally engine, but this is hella good fun. It just skips over the lumps and bumps like they're not even there. Chuck her in, get the power on in third gear, 90 miles an hour. No dramas whatsoever. So the lightness is definitely helping. Weighing 2,000 pounds, it weighs pretty much nothing. With 700 horsepower. As we move up into first place, we might lose it shortly after. Nope, we're all good. That's how controllable the Mazda Cosmo is in this rally build. You can just chuck it in, give it a boot full of power, and you know you're going to be alright. It's absolutely good fun. Absolutely loving it. Third gear onto the tarmacy stuff. Power on. Get some speed. That's 120, 130, 140, 150. On the brakes for that corner. What a fantastic little build that was as a rally car. Massive fun across the line, first place. This rally tune on the Mazda Cosmo is actually such good fun. I'm going to go ahead and save it before we head on back to the festival site and add in some drift upgrades. Okay then, let's get the Mazda Cosmo sideways. To do that, I'm going to go ahead and slap in the old 2.6 litre 4-rotor racing engine running 690 horsepower. We're also going to convert it back to rear wheel drive so we can kick the back end out a little bit easier. We're going to take away the rally suspension and go ahead and fit our drift suspension, which drops this thing on the deck. It looks absolutely amazing. We're going to sprinkle in a little bit more horsepower. We're now running 718. Something I missed on the first build, we do actually have aero and appearance. So for the front bumper, we can have a Forza front flap, or we can remove that front sort of beam runs across the front of the Mazda Cosmo, which I think I'm going to do. We can also have a rear spoiler, which is a Forza rear flap, which I don't like. I'm going to go ahead and leave that alone. And then the rear bumper, again, we can get rid of that metal beam that runs on the back, which again, I'm going to go ahead and do. After all is said and done for our drift build, 1,963 pounds in weight, 718 from that 4-rotor racing engine, S1860, 81,900 credits worth of upgrades. Headphone users beware. I apologise now for the noise of the 4-rotor, but it does sound quite cool. Let's let it rip. Let's go rip it round the Horizon donut straight off the bat. Let's go get it sideways. Come on, little Cosmo. Chuck her in. Might need second gear for this. Third gear might be alright though. No, we're absolutely fine in third. Run it around the outside. 46,400. That's not bad for our first run in the Mazda Cosmo. Up next, we're going to hit S-bends, and as normal, 90,000 to 100k, and I'll be happy. This is a pretty good drift build. The Mazda, though, is in a league of its own on this one. It's so controllable. I suppose being so light, you can pretty much put it where you need it. It's on race tyres, so I've got the grip if I need to push me out the corner. But that's not a bad score at all. We might hit 100k. We're going to hit 100k. 109,600. That's pretty damn good. I'll take that in the Mazda Cosmo. Let's throw it at one more drift zone. Kirk Lock. Let's go for it. It's a bit more technical, this one. A bit more high speed, especially this corner. But the Mazda takes it in its stride. Transition back the other way. Beautiful. We'll keep it sideways. Keep the power on. Down the brakes. I never would have thought the Mazda Cosmo would be this good at drifting. I knew it was good for racing. 100% is normally a road racing build. That's what you do with this car, but 129,400. That's pretty good. That's 3 stars on that run. I'm actually loving the Mazda Cosmo as a drift build. And there we go, that's the Mazda Cosmo in Forza Horizon 4. I love the way this thing drives and races. I've never really been too keen on the looks, but now it's here in Horizon 4 and I've played around with it for a little bit. It is actually starting to grow on me. Let me know in the comments what you think of the Mazda Cosmo in Horizon 4. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you are new around here, definitely consider subscribing. Like I say, we are on the way to 20,000 subscribers. A like rating would be much appreciated. Stay safe and have an awesome day.